So President Biden is making good on his promise to cancel at least some federal student loans. The White House announced Wednesday that it will forgive $10,000 for borrowers who make less than $125,000 per year. That doubles to $20,000 for low-income borrowers who also received Pell Grants. And it didn't take long for, as you can imagine, Fox and the right wing to turn this into their latest talking point.
It's like, I don't know, you rob the poor to pay the rich. You're going to get a plumber's family to pay off the loan of a graduate school family.
Is Joe Biden, let's put it exactly the way it is Joe Biden buying votes for a $10,000 vote?
My family paid for my education. They worked hard for their money. This is a giveaway, and it's disgusting.
All right, so many Republicans and lawmakers echoed those sentiments, calling the move an unfair giveaway that burdens blue-collar workers like plumbers or farmers. But the Biden administration, to their credit, isn't actually staying quiet. In fact, the official White House Twitter account went to work calling out GOP lawmakers who are mad about the student loan cancellations, but had no problem when they benefited from having their Paycheck Protection Program loans forgiven. But the administration isn't just trolling here. They've got the facts to back up exactly how this policy will help ordinary Americans, especially when it comes to jobs. In fact, the Department of Labor's chief economist broke it down on Twitter for everyone to see, explaining the relationship between student debt and worker job choices. For example, those with debt are less likely to choose public interest jobs, which are lower paying. Lower debt also gives people more mobility, allowing them to pursue jobs in other states. As seen through several studies over the years, the administration is making sure Americans understand this policy is aimed at helping people with and without degrees struggling with student debt. Now, let's not forget this type of loan cancellation is actually nothing new. Before Wednesday's announcement, Biden had already approved $32 billion in student loan relief for more than 1.6 million borrowers who were defrauded by for-profit schools. And I don't remember any outcry when the White House forgave $5.8 billion in student loans for more than 300,000 disabled borrowers, nor when they announced rolling loan forgiveness for borrowers who entered public service. That plan has already granted $10 billion in debt relief to more than 175,000 Americans. All of this to say that student debt relief is a good thing. This cancellation will help the nearly 43 million Americans who currently have federal student debt. It's not just your Ivy League lawyers and doctors. It's your teachers, your social workers, your librarians, and yes, sometimes even your plumbers. You know, the working class that the GOP says Biden should be focused on. Joining me now is Cristina Sinsun Ramirez, president of Next Gen America, the largest youth vote mobilization organization in the country. It's great to have you with us. So what is your assessment on this announcement? Do you see this kickstarting more student loan forgiveness in the future, and should it, if not?
Well, I mean, this is huge. As you mentioned, 43 million Americans are going to benefit. 20 million will see their debt outright canceled. I think of people like 23-year-old Vianney Preciado of Edinburgh, Texas. She's the first in her family to go to college. Her dad's a mechanic. Her mom's a cosmetologist. This is about an investment in working in middle-class families for her and her entire family. Or people like 30-year-old Shelley Baker, grew up in the foster care system. Again, the first in her family to go to college, saw her entire undergraduate degree debt canceled. And she told me just today, I finally feel like I can start a family. This isn't just about policy. This is about people and investing in the greatest asset this country has, which is the American people.
I don't think anyone was surprised by the way Republicans fought back against this, but the irony is that it actually benefits their constituents. It's not like Democrats are the only ones who take out student loans. And it seems to me that, you know, you can't have your cake and eat it, too. Are they not aware that Republicans and all Americans, even non-political Americans, will benefit from this?
Well, I think it's clear that most of these Republicans haven't been serving the interests of the middle and working class. They're the same ones that have been supporting tax cuts for the ultra rich when we've had to pay for the rest of those cuts. You know, Republicans that say this is some kind of giveaway, it's not. It's called democracy. But I understand that a lot of Republicans may be confused by that because apparently a lot of Republicans no longer believe in democracy. But I'd like to inform them that in a democracy, you run on ideas to solve people's problems. They elect you, and then you enact those policies that they elected you to fulfill. So for Republicans that are whining about this legislation, I want them to start thinking about how they want to solve the problems that ordinary Americans face, because we have 73 days till election and young people are energized and ready to vote out these candidates that have no big ideas or plans for working and middle class families.
There have been a lot of interesting and bizarre takes, but this one really stood out to me. Republican Congressman Jim Banks attempted to make a point, tweeting out, "Student loan forgiveness undermines one of our military's greatest recruitment tools at a time of dangerously low enlistments." But I mean, I find that offensive, but isn't that also saying the quiet part out loud?
Yeah, right. They want to hold college for the most elite in this country, right? They support gutting public education. These are the same people that don't support public pre-K, that want to privatize public education. They want to see that college also remains out of the hands and out of access for many Americans. This is one step forward to making sure that college is accessible for every single American that wants it. 60% of new jobs in this country require a college degree. We became a competitive economy when we decided to make public education kindergarten through high school, free and accessible for every single American. What a high school diploma was is now what a college degree is. It's about time we built an education system for higher education that was accessible for every single American.
As you heard in that clip that we played, the GOP is accusing Biden of buying young voters ahead of the midterms. Do you see this having a major impact on voters as they head to the polls in November?
Yeah, I mean, last election, Next Gen helped mobilize 1 in 9 of the young people that turned out. Historic record-breaking turnout in 2020 of the youth vote. And millions of them said they voted because they wanted to see Biden enact progressive policy on climate change and student debt, and now he's delivered. So we need to make sure that we're mobilizing and engaging young people. Young people now represent the largest and most progressive generational voting bloc. And Democrats, I think, learned they couldn't just count on them to vote and turn out and defeat Republicans against their agenda. They also had to deliver for them, and that they have.